you had stopped talking to him. Can you talk about that situation?
John, you know exactly what I'm talking about, that you've reached out to me just as recently about, that you made a major fuck up and you decided to try to drag some other people into it.
Okay, so now Dabbling Dan is saying that John supposedly has some legal issues coming up, possibly, for something that Dabbling Dan thought he crossed the line with. Now, I want you to hold on to that thought.
I would be very cautious of what your next moves are, because if one certain person, from my understanding, who's already pursuing this, I'd probably get off the internet, you dumb fuck. You're no longer going to be able to say you've never been charged with a crime. And, yeah, we all know somebody who's being charged with something similar. So you know what the repercussions are.
Spy report.
So I would tread carefully.
So that's an interesting thing, is he says there are people who are in trouble for similar thing.
Yeah, who we know of.
Okay, so who do we know of, right? We know of ESO, and that would not be good, implying
that is worst case scenario.
You're right.
Well,
what?
Remember, John used to have a mole at TSN until ESO went to jail. All of a sudden, he doesn't have that mole. Who knows what ESO could have sent him?
Okay, that is one. That is one option. No one's saying that's what happened. These are
That's
just
0 to 60 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other option is, who else do we know that's in legal trouble for certain things? That would be one, Steel Toe.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did he get in trouble for? Sending photos, correct? So there is a rumor
of revenge porn, right? That was
right.
Yeah.
So there is a rumor that there might be something to that.
Ooh.
There's also a school of thought that Dabbling Dan's just going into business for himself and just talking some shit.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
The Dabbleverse is not friendly.
Yeah.
So you're saying
So
that...
maybe do your...
Oh, wait. Charged
your
in
political
present tense or past tense? Someone that has been charged?
I can't really say anymore, OJ. I can't really say anymore.
Somebody in chat had the same thought I had. Where was it? He just went up. Electric Head Gino said Meanie's mom.
Could be. I'm looking into that.
Mm-hmm.
John ever sent you pictures of any of his enemies' kids? Or do you know if he possesses pictures of any of his enemies' kids? Say, for example, shitware.
Answer without going into full detail. Yes and yes. He does. I have gotten to show me what. And I'm not going to cross any lines here because that's disrespectful. But to show me what somebody's kid look like.
Okay, so now he's saying John showed him what somebody, I imagine he's talking about me, kids, plural, look like. Okay?
He had and sent, yes. So his whole thing that somebody sent it to him, hey, dumb fuck. Don't you realize there's a history of text messages, emails, phone calls that, don't go away when you wake up in the morning with a hangover like you do every single day? So he's just so full of fucking shit. It's not even funny.
Dabbling Dan, I consider my brother. Dabbling Dan is my brother.
Well, you don't talk to him either.
So that's pretty interesting. Number one, because let's say that that's true, that John sends him pictures of my kids to see what they look like. That apparently is not crossing the line for Dabbling Dan or for John. But whatever he just brought up in code that John did or sent to him, that did cross the line.
Wow. Okay. Oh, right.
You can not like me, you can hate me, you can hate the show, you can hate the channel. I don't give it. You can join me and hate Mike. That's fine. I don't care. But like minor kids, Like, how's that a victory for anybody? How does John not know that my 14-year-old hasn't seen a clip of him threatening that they're going to be 18 one day, and they know their name. He knows their names, and he knows, you know, how old they are, what they look like, commenting on their bodies.
Now you're making it sound creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I also point out, Julie, that when he did finally admit, because, you know, he tried to say he never had pictures of your kids, and then we played all those montages of him saying he had them. And then when he finally admitted it, he said that he got them and deleted them immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. But now apparently he had to have a viewing party with Dabbling Dan before he deleted them.
So a lot going on, I guess. At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. People, you know, saying this Dabblin Dan is, I don't look. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. I don't, you know. I knew he was a fucking work from the beginning because he gave me the wrong fucking name, and I did exactly what I've been doing. He thinks he invented this integrity verification. No, I've been doing that for fucking years. All the way back to fucking Heather Warner. I always feed people horse shit. And I knew with him, give him as much horse shit as possible. Because, you know, he gave me a fake name, even as his real name. Doesn't realize I have the ability to look it up, which I did. Knew where he lives, know everything about him. Know his fucking family, everything. I wasn't doing anything with it. I just knew to just feed him as much horse shit as possible and wait for it because I knew he was going to be a rat. It's only a matter of time. Everybody else is. So they're going to say whatever, but I fed him so much nonsense. I knew it because he would insult me. So believe me, I screenshot his address, his former address, everything, his real name, his age, birth date, everything. Because I don't know what it was. He hated Vince so much. He just hated him. You know. And, you know, and besides all the anti-Semitic shit he would say to me all the time, but, I mean, the shit, I mean, he just had it in for Vince. I mean, now, granted, Vince has the accountability. I mean, he's the one that did all the nefarious shit to me. So he got what he deserved, in my opinion. But this Dabblin Dan, he wanted me to continue and continue and continue. I'm like, look, man, as much of a dick that Vince could be, he's certainly not. I know that there's some good in him, if you will, to quote Star Wars. I said, I don't want to go I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over it now, you know. And Vince and I have made up, and that's it, you know. And he wanted me to keep going and keep going. He was using me. I knew he was using me, and I knew this day would come because when he started to blackmail me, he tried to blackmail me. I started to go, all right. Game, set, match. Blocked him, and that's it. I don't give a fuck. He can say all he wants. It's all nonsense. And if he says anything that's bullshit, which a lot of it's going to be, then we'll have to deal with it as it goes. Skull! Happy Saturday, everybody!